Welcome, Vegas newbies, Vegas vets, and everyone in between. This is Josh with Big Slick Vegas, and for today we're going to do a dining review. In this dining review, we're going to feature Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen restaurant. This restaurant opened back in 2018 to a lot of fanfare, as this is kind of based on Gordon Ramsay's famous TV show, Hell's Kitchen. It's even set up similar to what you see on the TV show with a red kitchen and a blue kitchen. The only difference is I don't think they're in any type of competition, and Gordon Ramsay isn't calling them a bunch of donkeys or anything like that, or yelling at them and telling them they're crap. But anyhow, my wife and I ate here for like a 10th anniversary dinner a few years back, and had reservations, and was able to get seated pretty quickly. Um, yeah, and this is pretty much a review of that experience, and kind of also based on other people's experiences as well. As you see here, this gives you a little bit look at the menu. Yeah, it is a fine dining restaurant, so therefore the prices are going to be a little bit higher, especially if you're on the strip, and especially with it being a celebrity restaurant. Um, Probably the main features is the beef Wellington, which is probably the most popular dish that you have. Um, and of course, appetizers. The lobster risotto and the scallops are among the favorites. Not showing here too. Another favorite for many is the sticky toffee pudding is also very popular. So we didn't. We were too full to eat that, but I've always heard good things about that dessert. Um, so my wife, she had the lobster risotto along with the beef Wellington. Said it was really delicious. I took a bite of the beef Wellington just to see what it was like, as I've had never tried beef Wellington, and surprisingly, it was really good. I say surprisingly because I'm not a big fan of mushrooms, but you really don't taste them. I had the scallops and the New York strip steak on the menu. Now, I don't think he serves the New York strip anymore on that menu, but I think they do have also a filet mignon if you like that as well, if you're just wanting a steak. I thought the scallops were really good. The New York strip was cooked just the way I wanted it, medium rare. Um, had a good char to it. Me, of course, I also had a few drinks along the way. Overall, it was really good dining experience. It's a little bit different than most fine dining places that you go to, in that it has a much more lively atmosphere to it, whereas a lot of fine dining places you go to is going to have more of an intimate, quiet setting, a little bit more laid back. Um, but this is a place I would recommend, especially if you're going with a group of people. If you're couples and you're maybe doing a special event like an anniversary or birthday or whatever, you may want to try maybe something else if you're wanting something a little bit more quieter or romantic. Hell's Kitchen's a lot kind of has a loud atmosphere, is what I'm trying to say, versus say something like the Eiffel Tower restaurant or Gallagher's or the Golden Steer or something like that. Um, so overall, I would give the food 4.5 stars. Like I said, it's really good. No complaints there. They also had a really good drink menu. They even had their own Hell's Brew, which, if you like beer, kind of like a lager beer, that I thought was really good. The service, that's something I didn't really talk. The service was good. The waitress, no real huge complaints. But the reason I only give it 3.5 stars is, for a fine dining restaurant, when compared to other ones there in Las Vegas, or even those that you might find in your own hometown, I found the service to be just not as an attentive or as personable. Whereas some of these places, and I'll use maybe Gallagher Steakhouse as an example, where the waiter or waitress, whoever taking your orders and so forth, they typically really spend some time developing a connection with their customers, explaining the menu, talking about things that they like and what they recommend and so forth, and very knowledgeable. Whereas our server here was kind of constantly on the go. They were like hitting one table after another. This is a much larger restaurant for a fine dining place. So the wait staff probably doesn't have the time to really develop a connection with their customers like other places would. So that was like something that I thought for a fine dining place kind of lacked a little bit. Once again, there's nothing really, I can't really fault the server herself. I think she did a good job. But for a fine dining place where you are spending hundreds of dollars on dinner, you kind of expect that more personable and more attentive service from the food servers. So that's why that, like I said, it's still good, but I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. Like I said, the atmosphere, it kind of depends. I give it 4 stars, and once again, it depends on what you're looking for. If you're wanting a place for, say, a group of people, maybe 4 or more people, and want something a little bit livelier and louder and so forth, then this is a great place. If you are looking for something maybe a little bit more intimate or something a little bit more romantic or private, then you might want to try a different place other than Hell's Kitchen. As far as the value goes, I give it 4 stars. I think for what you're getting, and considering that you are on the Las Vegas Strip, I think the value is there for what you're paying for because the food was really good. So I can't fault that. So overall, I'm giving Hell's Kitchen a 4 stars, and would certainly eat there again. Like I said, if I was with a group of people, yeah, this would be a place I would go to. But if it was just me and my wife, I might consider going someplace else. So let me know in the comments below. Have you eaten at Hell's Kitchen? How did you enjoy it? And if you have any other questions about Hell's Kitchen, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll get right back to you. In the meantime, thank you for watching this video, and please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you next time.